top 1% own 60% of India's wealth. And we are talking about 1.4 billion people. A huge mass of land. Top 10 own 80% of India's wealth. Which means 89% of the people have to fight over 20% of India's resources. And when we don't have any other avenue to express our frustration, we go out after the most vulnerable, the most insecure person of our society, because that person is the easy target. You cannot go against the 1% because you know, there is a word in Hindi, aukat. You know you can't deal with the top 1% because if you are caste sensitive, you will ensure that the fight doesn't go against the top 1 or top 10%. It goes against the lower and people who are operating on the lowest level. And here's the fun fact. The 25 richest Indians, 25 richest Indians own 10% of India's GDP. 25 individuals owning of 10% of India's GDP. How does caste factor in? The richest of these people, 50% belong to Brahmin communities. Brahmins are 3% of India's population, yet own 50% of India's resources. And not only 50% of India's resources, they continue to be on the richest spectrum, meaning if you are richest, you are the worst exploiter of a society. That means 50% of the worst exploiters in this country belong to the 3% Brahmins. And if you add the Rajputs, they own 44% of India's wealth. And if you go slide down more according to the caste hierarchy and varnas, the Castes who operate as the pet Brahmins in our societies, not having a full status of their own, trying to imagine their wet dreams of becoming a Brahmin one day, yet they are not Brahmins. Getting beaten up by Brahmins every now and then, and yet enjoying the privileges by oppressing someone else. This kind of dilemma of castes and again Baniyas, they own 57% together. How do we account to the disparity? This disparity is an outcome of our caste blindedness when we have given safe passages to people who are actually utilizing the existing state as well as non-state resources, amassing the wealth for their own caste people. When we talk about neoliberal capitalism, the so-called promises of privatization as well as globalization that was supposed to offer a certain kind of freedom, it told us on our face that if we bring capitalism to you, you will be liberated. It told us with a sense of confidence that one day, capital will come to your rescue. What has happened? 92% of corporate board members belong to Brahmin and Baniya communities in India. 92. Who is neoliberal regime supporting? What are they problematizing when they have to actually talk about Brahmins singularly owning 45% of corporate board seats when it comes to the capitalist or the global enterprises in India? And of course, the rest of the percentage goes to Baniya. Here, the Khatris, the Kshatriyas, what we call, do not fall into the numbers. Scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, 25% of the population in total only has 3.5% of share in the corporate board memberships. A quarter of population, less than 4% sitting in important corporate board decisions. So your Twitters and your Facebooks and your Walmarts and all your fancy businesses from the West as well as the non-West capitalist enterprise operating in India has actually helped the casteist demagogues in India to utilize the neoliberal capitalism and the jargons of capitalist enterprise to further put down the people who should have instead fighting against the very order that has helped.